time for Wake Up with Witcher. Here's meteorologist Mike Witcher from the East Tennessee Weather Center.
And good morning, everyone. It is 7 o'clock as we get started on this good old Thursday morning. It's Friday Eve, baby. A live look there, not a live look, a live look there at, where'd my T-Dot cameras go? Anyways, I'll get those T-Dot cameras back up and running for you. There we go. Live look there at Pellissippi Parkway and Interstate 40. Everything's playing out just fine. Now, on the left-hand side of the screen, you see that Hurricane Milton has made landfall at 8:30 last night, right around the Siesta Key and Sarasota area, Florida, as a Category 3 with winds sustained at 120 miles per hour. And I've been watching the local news over in Tampa this morning as I was getting ready for the show, and massive destruction there. Hurricane Milton will continue to be a fish storm, still at Category 1, then decreasing to a tropical storm as we get into the day tomorrow, and eventually a remnant low and a tropical depression just skirting to the south of Bermuda. Incredible storm system there as the kids head off to school here today. If the kids are going to school, current temperatures are in the 40s and the 50s. We're on our way into the low 70s as they head home from school. So a really nice weather pattern is on the way. So good morning. How's everyone doing this morning? Did you watch all the hurricane coverage anywhere? Did you I was glued to the TV. I have only streaming TV. I don't have any access to like the Weather Channel or anything like that. So I was watching a lot of Fox Weather, which is a great little program there. And it was just mind-blowing to watch all that. And, of course, I was busy myself posting a bunch of information as much as I could because, of course, we have a lot of folks that either have moved from Florida to East Tennessee and have family members still down there, and they were watching like crazy. Or a lot of our community members were down in Florida and either had to evacuate and change their fall break plans. But all in all, it was a crazy storm. 2 storms back-to-back, Helene and Milton, affecting the Panhandle, the Big Bend, and the west coast of Florida. Man, they just cannot get a break, can they? And I felt bad. Yesterday, I posted the evening weather forecast, the 7-day forecast, and I feel bad posting about how beautiful our weather is here in East Tennessee when there's destruction going on in Florida. But you got to move on, I suppose. And we live here, don't live down there. But anyways, all right, here we go. Let's talk about the forecast for the day today. We do have a little bit of fog showing up into Claiborne, Hawkins, Hancock, and also Granger County, but not a lot of fog to slow most of us down here this morning. Good morning, Lisa. She's joining us from Seymour. Glad you could join us this morning. Current temperatures, it's chilly outside. We're currently in the 40s and 50s. Wow. Feels really, really good. Feels really nice outside. So if you're a walker, jogger, runner, want to get outside, get some fresh air, now is the time. It feels good. Temperatures are, believe it or not, a little bit warmer this morning than what we were yesterday. So here are your weather headlines. Another sunny and pleasant breezy day today. Through the weekend, this pattern holds strong with a gradual warm-up on the way thanks to a cold front that's going to be swinging its way into the area. That cold front is going to be moisture-starved, but it is going to bring us another shot of colder and drier air. And that's going to be the story. So here's your forecast for the day today. We start off with temperatures in the 50s. We'll climb into the upper 60s as we get into the lunch hour. Take a look at these lunchtime temperatures. I mean, it's going to be amazing, just like yesterday. Hopefully you had a chance to get out and enjoy your lunchtime outside or maybe take a nice little walk around the neighborhood, whatever you may be doing during the day. This afternoon, another wash, rinse, repeat forecast for sure. Temperatures topping out in the low, mid, and upper 70s. So not much change in the forecast from yesterday through the day today. And that's going to make for a nice evening. Did you happen to hang out outside last night during the evening hours? Just walking back between the studio and the house, I was like, feels amazing. I just want to be out here all day long. This is my kind of weather for sure. All right, so that ridge of high pressure is going to continue to dominate as we get into our Friday and Saturday. As it shifts its way to our south and we get a southerly flow, that's going to allow our dew points to climb a little bit and our temperatures to climb, especially on Sunday. Sunday is going to be the warmest day for sure. But that cold front's going to slide on through as we get into our Sunday evening into Monday morning. Now, like I mentioned, that cold front's going to be a moisture-starved cold front. I don't think we're going to squeeze out any rainfall out of this, but if we do, it'd be southwest Virginia and upper East Tennessee. Dew points will climb as the cold front approaches. So, like I said, Sunday is going to be the warmest and the warmest feeling day. Not only is it going to be warmer, it's going to have a warmer feel to the air because dew points climb into the mid-50s. But look how those dew points tank as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. And remember, I said all the time, the lower the dew point, the clearer the skies, the lower our morning lows will go. Here's what it looks like as the progression of this trough. moving on in. Bring us some nice Canadian fall weather, shall we? Come on. The coldest weather is going to be across New England, the northeastern U.S., but we're going to be clipped by that, and that's why our temperatures will come on down. So as I mentioned, the dew points come on down, so therefore our low temperatures come down. While we'll stay in the mid-40s today and tomorrow, we'll climb into the low 50s for morning lows. So if you have outdoor plans, if you have any sort of games going on Saturday or any outdoor events, Felicia, I know you know all the events. So Felicia, highlight some events that are going on this weekend. So maybe give us an idea of what we could do. We were going to head over to, what was it, yesterday? No, not yesterday. The day before yesterday, we're going to head over to Oaks Farms to do the pumpkin patch and the corn maze and whatnot. But just kind of, you need a whole day there. So we're actually going to plan on doing that this weekend. So if you happen to be at Oaks Farm this weekend, come say hi. Love to see you. All right, temperatures will stay in the low to mid 70s all the way through Saturday. Sunday's the warmest day, pushing close to 80 degrees. And then here comes the cooler pocket of air as temperatures dip down into the 60s. So we could have our first frost advisories. I would say the best locations for that on Wednesday morning would probably be Upper East Tennessee and the Cumberland Plateau, and of course the Smoky Mountains, but we don't have a growing season there, so we won't really be dealing with a frost advisory in the mountains for the next week. But this pocket of cool air just sticks with us all the way through about the next 10 days or so, starting Monday and lasting through Wednesday, lasting through like next Friday. Anyways, then beyond that, the 8 to 10 to 8 to 14 day outlook by the Climate Prediction Center is predicting a nice little ridge of high pressure going to start to build across the Great Plains. That may start to nudge our way. Right now, we're looking at fairly average temperatures, maybe trending a little bit slightly above average. Rainfall amounts over the next 7 days, we stay dry, and I think that's going to be the story. So the big goose egg for percentages on rain chances, no rainfall expected over the next 7 days, and likely not the case to see much in the way of rain all the way through the 24th of the month, which, of course, at 8, 9 o'clock this morning, the U.S. Drought Monitor comes out. I would imagine that it does expand a little bit. So let me show you what that looks like. Of what we currently have. Here's what our current drought monitor looks like. So I would imagine that this expands a little bit. So I think the moderate drought will start to expand a little bit further to the north and probably northeast. Maybe that severe drought starting to expand. That's over right around Rockwood area. So I do expect the drought to continue to expand, and that's not necessarily what we want to experience here this time of the year. All right, here's your 7-day forecast. Let me get myself out of the way here. No, that's not what you want. Please. Let me get myself out of the way there. Here's your 7-day forecast. Are you going to play? There it is. All right, so Knoxville, Chattanooga, Tri-Cities, and Crossville. We've got you on the map here. Notice Crossville and Tri-Cities next Tuesday, Wednesday. We're talking highs only in the 50s, but notice Crossville down to 35 degrees Wednesday morning, 37 in Tri-Cities. So again, based on the humidity in the atmosphere, we may be dealing or having to contend with a little bit of a frost. Maybe our first frost advisory of the season. So make sure you download the East Tennessee Weather app. Hopefully you downloaded it already, but if you're new to the platform, because I have a lot of new people that are coming to the East Tennessee Weather platform every single day. So I know I see a lot of you on the chat that are here every single day. So I apologize for the wash, rinse, repeat for self-promotions, if you will. But if you just go to your app store and search eastTNweather, it's all weather all the time for us here in East Tennessee. It does travel wherever you go. So if you do travel for work, if you travel for pleasure, the app will actually go wherever you go. As long as you have your GPS notifications, location services turned on and your notifications turned on, you will be able to check in on the forecast. And I say it all the time. But listen, if you're getting ready to take a vacation, just put in the city. Using the interactive radar, at the top of the screen, there's a little tiny plus sign. You can put in the city that you may be vacationing to. So the week leading up to your vacation, put in that city. While you're on vacation, come back to the daily forecast weather updates, and you'll know exactly what you will get when you come back home. But looking at the chat here this morning, let's see. My son is going to Myrtle Beach Saturday. Will it be okay? It'll be okay. Yeah, Myrtle Beach will be just fine. No issues in Myrtle Beach whatsoever. We did, of course, have some. We had some beach erosion and a little bit of a storm surge from the coastal areas of Georgia into South Carolina and a little bit in North Carolina, but not enough. Nothing like what they saw in Florida. And I do want to share with you. I don't know if you happen to see how much of you actually saw my social media feeds yesterday, because again, you only see about 10% of what I actually post, but. see if I can't get this on camera for you. Let's see here. Well, maybe there it is. All right, so this. Let me just shrink myself. This was one of the tornadoes right around the Melbourne area. So we had a lot. We had a big tornado outbreak with that storm yesterday with the hurricane itself. Now, we always get, anytime you have a landfalling hurricane, you always get tornadoes. It's friction-induced tornadoes. It's on the right rear flank of the tornado with the inflow, those feeder bands coming into the hurricane itself. Once it makes landfall, you get tornadoes. And so we had a huge tornado outbreak right along the western coast of Florida. Oh, I would say right around Melbourne, just outside of Orlando, and south and southeast. But this was a tornado I posted on social media. A friend of mine sent that to me and said, a massive tornado. That is a huge tornado, especially for a landfalling hurricane. And typically you get like EF1s, EF0s, but crazy outbreak for tornadoes. All right, we'll go back to that. I had that to show you. Let's see what else I wanted to show you. I had some crazy, I don't know if you saw the Hurricane Hunters videos, but a pretty incredible footage coming out of Florida. And of course, that continues. Let's see. Felicia says, and lots of events at Imes Nature Center the next few weeks for fall and Halloween. Perfect. Kids are dressed and ready to go when it's fall break for decab. I'm ready to go. One more day, and then it's fall break. There we go. One more day. Then you get a little break, Krista. But you don't really get a break when your kids are at home, do you? I feel like I get more of a break when my kids go to school versus when they're home because you got to help them make lunches, and they're home all the time. Anyways, Felicia says, I'll be at Cedar Ridge Baptist on Saturday at the festival. I know there is a second Saturday marketplace at Tea and Treasures until 4, and Knox Makers Night Market Saturday night in South Knoxville. Very cool stuff there. I do have my first school visit this fall season. I'm going to be going to the Knoxville Jewish Day School. Just over here in West Knoxville. Go talk to the kids over there. I do have, I'll be talking more about this. I am going to be in an apple pie taste testing contest. An apple pie taste testing contest. That's going to be... Let's see, when is that? That would be October 19th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's an apple pie contest, and so that's going to be taking place at Washington Presbyterian Church over off of Washington Pike right there near downtown Knoxville. So that's coming up on the 19th. I'll be doing that. That'll be a lot of fun. What else do I have going on? How was the storm surge with Milton? I watched until about 10:30, 11 when the back end of those bands started coming in. It looks like that's what really fed the surge. Also, anyone keeping up with Lieutenant Dan on TikTok, he made it through the night and was safe as of 5 a.m. I do not keep up with Lieutenant Dan. I don't even know who Lieutenant Dan is. I think I've heard of Lieutenant Dan, but I don't really know who he is, but I'll have to check him out on TikTok. The storm surge was up to about 12 feet, but the problem was that Florida has experienced the all-time rainiest year on record, and leading up, just like what we had to deal with Helene, we had incredible amounts of rain leading up to Helene moving its way on through. It wasn't the direct impact of Helene that caused all the ruckus around East Tennessee and all the massive flooding. It was the onset of the rain, and then the insult to injury was Helene. Well, Florida had the same thing. We had those feeder bands. We had just a lot of moisture feeding into Florida thanks to high pressure over us and keeping all the moisture to our south. And so I think I saw upwards of 12 to almost 19 inches of rainfall. Storm surge of anywhere from 10 to 12 feet at its highest point in some locations. That's what I meant. I meant the east side. Sorry, Buck. You're right. It was on the east side, not the west side. Not the west side. The tornadoes were so bad with this hurricane. I have friends all over Florida, and I've heard from several yesterday that had tornadoes in their area. I've talked to a lot of folks through social media chats, and I've been trying to keep up with everybody as much as I possibly can. And I think that's one of the scariest things that a lot of people were posting. Hey, listen, I've been through a lot of hurricanes in my life, and yes, it is scary. We made it through, but it's the landfalling hurricanes and the tornadoes that come with it that are the scariest part of it, because of course that's rips up even more destruction. But yeah, tornadoes are nasty no matter how you slice it and dice it. Lieutenant Dan is an amputee in Tampa and refused to leave his boat. Oh, that's right. I do know about him. Said God told him to stay and he wasn't leaving. Can you imagine riding out that hurricane in Tampa on a boat? Did he take shelter or did he stay on his boat? I mean, that guy's just waiting for the man upstairs to take him, I suppose. Yeah, that right. Yes, ironically, but this one's a real person, nicknamed it Dan. He is also an amputee. He stayed on the boat. That is insane. I'm going to have to go look at his TikTok. I bet he's blown up. He's probably loaded right now if he's doing TikTok. Making all the money. He did it for Helene and Milton. That's crazy. Felicia says, make sure to come out to Food City in South Knoxville on November 1st for the big old orange pep rally. Cheerleaders, mascots, some football players, and some small businesses set up for everything big orange. I love that. What do y'all have plans for the game here this weekend? Anybody? Anybody going to be watching the Florida game this weekend? It should be hopefully a good game. That's the hopes anyways. It's time to dance, my friends. Let's talk about the national holidays for the day today, shall we? Oh, my computer got all messed up. All right, today's national holidays. Of course, it's October 10th. Happy October 10th, everybody. It's birthdays and events. Let's celebrate those birthdays. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you from me. It's also National Angel Food Cake Day, by the way. Anybody like angel food cake? I think angel food cake is like one of those weird cakes where it's like you eat it and it's good, but it's not good. Does that make sense? Like I told you about that, about candy corns. I think candy corns are the same way. I'll end up eating them. I don't really like them. It's not a bad flavor in my mouth, but it's just one that I could probably do without. But if you do some nice, awesome strawberry syrup on top of angel food cake, so good. It's National Cake Decorating Day, by the way. So just go make an angel food cake and then decorate it. And now you've got two holidays done in one. If it's your birthday, then you get to celebrate a third. That's a trifecta right there. National Handbag Day, ladies and some gentlemen. We got our merces, right? Ladies got their purses. The men have their merces. It's National Walk to the Park Day. There we go. Today will be a great day to walk to the park. If you have access to be able to walk to the park, the problem with East Tennessee is there are no sidewalks anywhere. One of my biggest pet peeves about where we live is there are no sidewalks anywhere. And so you can't ride your bike, you can't walk anywhere. In Colorado, there's sidewalks everywhere. So I could literally leave my house and be 100%, well, I shouldn't say 100% safe, but nearly 100% safe by riding a bike or walking on the sidewalks to the parks, to the stores, to the schools. But here in East Tennessee, ain't a thing, which drives me bananas. Because I'd love to be able to leave my house and go places on my bicycle with my family if we possibly could. And it's National Metric Day. National. We in America, people, we don't do the metric system. The rest of the world does. Does anybody know why we don't do the metric system? It's really annoying when you're dealing with tools and screws and nuts and bolts and any construction work. Gasoline, I don't really care about. I don't need to go buy liters or anything like that. But, yeah, drives me bananas. So without having sidewalks and the whole metric thing, we just going to do what we want to do, don't we? Aren't we? Anyways. Bucks going Florida Gator Hater weekend. Vols 28 to Gators 10. Are you? Wow, that's pretty impressive. We'll see. I don't know how Florida's doing in football. I don't keep up with anybody else. I can barely keep up with our own team and my family and a job and everything else that we're doing. And just life. Just got to enjoy life and embrace it for what it is. There we go. Now you can sleep in a little bit. As long as your morning sickness doesn't get you. Touche. What's up, Don? How are you this morning? Well, I suppose so, Edwin. I suppose so. We are Americans, right? What's up, Lynette? How are you this morning? Where are you joining us from? And we've got Jerry joining us as well. She says, good morning, everyone. Love your profile picture there, Jerry. Remember, you can always watch the Wake Up with the Witcher through the East Tennessee Weather app or on eastTNweather.com, but you can't comment and be part of the conversation. So a lot of people do join every morning, just not a lot of them are joining on social media. So we've got that. What's up, AJ? You got any specials getting ready to come our way for candles for the holidays? Are ya? Do ya? You and Michelle? I will be promoting that a lot more coming up just because I think shop local is super important. A local shop there in South Knoxville and Wild Tree Lane is what it's called. Well, they're there. AJ is there as well with 865 candles. But hopefully you got some good Christmas and holiday and fall candles out and about right now. Maybe some cool stuff in the store. If anybody wants to check them out, they're just about a couple miles, maybe 2 or 3 miles south of downtown Knoxville on Chapman Highway on the left-hand side. Next to, there's like an old school ice cream place right there, I think. Anyways. What's up, Jamie? I hope you have a great day as well. Hey, by the way, it's 7:21. We are cruising right along. Let's see what our sunrises look like this morning. Hopefully we have a good sunrise taking shape. We do have a nice one taking shape. So let me show you that. Well, it's not really the sunrise per se, but a nice view from Fox Road Marina. That's a great view right there. Beautiful shot of Fox Road. We'll take off that banner here for just a second because I'll switch to a couple other cameras. I'll show you what it looks like from Strawberry Plains here this morning. There's a great shot. How about Maynardville, Union County? Big shout out to Union County this morning. Nice crystal clear skies. We'll see what it looks like in Corrington as well. Volunteer Cove Marina. A nice view there. Nice and calm here to get the day started. Nice and calm. See if we can't get this camera up and running. This would be, if it shows up, come on, there it is. This would be a view from Corrington. Beautiful sunrise. House Mountain is right there in the backdrop. Gorgeous, gorgeous start to the day. Get out and enjoy. Take a nice little walk. Embrace the day for what it is. As I always say, be safe and kind to each other. You know, life is short. As we've seen it, we've had a lot of people actually lose their lives during this hurricane. No bueno at all. It's a sad, sad situation. Over the last couple of weeks, from Helene and Milton, we have lost numerous lives in the United States, in the southeastern U.S. Sad situation. So if you're a prayer warrior, say a little prayer for all the folks that were affected by these last two storms. Hopefully they can try to get back to some normalcy soon. I'm ready to get back to a little bit of calmer normalcy as well myself. Doing a lot of work thanks to fall break and two hurricanes affecting our community members, not necessarily directly, but indirectly if they were on vacation, and directly with Helene. So I'm ready for some nice, solid fall weather and to kind of take a break from all the social media. I'll still post, of course, but not nearly as much. When the weather's happening, you need to know about it, right? Anyways, I'm going to send you back to the 24-hour Weather Channel. I sure hope you have a wonderful and safe day. Be safe, be kind to each other. We'll see you back here on our good old Football Friday. You know what that means. The old orange suit, baby. Coming back tomorrow. Sorry about that. You have to wear your sunglasses for the broadcast. See you tomorrow, Mike.
From the East Tennessee Weather Center, here's your morning weather update with meteorologist Mike Witcher.
And good morning. Happy Thursday, everybody. Sure hope you have a great day today. It's going to be another wash, rinse, repeat forecast here locally. Beautiful weather on the way. But, of course, we had a major hurricane making landfall on the western coast of Florida, Category 3 at 8:30 last night near the Siesta Key in Sarasota. Max sustained winds of 120 miles per hour. Of course, that storm system continues to swing its way off to the north and northeast. Now back out into the Atlantic, still making progress as a Category 1, then starts to decrease as a tropical storm and eventually a tropical depression. So, wow, what a day it was yesterday for Floridians and anybody that knows anybody down in Florida or is joining us from Florida. It was a crazy day for sure. Of course, once the sun comes up, we'll see all the destruction and the damage associated with Milton. 76 was the high yesterday in Knoxville, 73 Crossville, 80 in Chattanooga, and 74 in Tri-Cities. Today, we're looking at another gorgeous day. Plenty of sunshine, pleasant, and still a little bit on the breezy side, about 10 to 15 mile per hour winds. And that's pattern's really going to hold strong all the way through the upcoming weekend. But another cold front swings through Sunday into Monday, and that's going to bring us, yes, even cooler air as we get into next week. Here's your forecast ahead of us today. We start the morning off with 40s and 50s, a nice chilly start to the day. We'll climb to the upper 60s, gorgeous lunch hour, not just around town, but around all of East Tennessee. Lunchtime temperatures are going to be fantastic, with highs today topping out in the mid to upper 70s. So a very similar day today as to what we experienced yesterday. Into the evening hours we go. 71 degrees by 6, 69 by 7. By 8 o'clock tonight, we're down into the mid 60s. So a nice evening to get out and enjoy a nice little walk. This ridge of high pressure continues to dominate the weather pattern, bringing us the drier air. But one thing you're going to notice is, here we go, a cold front and a low pressure system, moisture starved, albeit, is going to be heading our way late in the day on Sunday. And look at the dry air back behind that cold front. Even drier and, yes, even cooler air. So while dew points do climb ahead of the cold front on Sunday, they tank as we get into next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, dew points will be in the 30s and 40s. And that means we're talking about chillier weather. You can see this big old ball of cooler and drier air, big old trough moving its way into the area. The coldest air is going to be up across the Great Lakes in the Northeast, but we are going to get clipped by that, and that's why those temperatures come on down. So lows will stay in the 40s for your Friday and Saturday morning, back to the 50s Sunday, Monday morning, and then maybe some 30s and low 40s next to Wednesday and Thursday. We're talking about the possibility of some frost developing around the area. Highs are going to push close to 80 degrees on Sunday, but a nice pattern all the way into the upcoming weekend. You want to get out and do some of the pumpkin patches, corn mazes, and let the kids get out and play. Perfect weather to do so. Tell your kids to get out and ride your bikes, open the windows, and enjoy this nice fall fresh feeling. But if you don't do it now, you can do it later as well. Temperatures for forecast highs next week. Not only are we talking 30s and 40s for lows, we're talking 60s for high temperatures. And that pocket of cool air is going to continue all the way through the next 6 to 10 days out. But your 8 to 12, 14-day outlook by the Climate Prediction Center, we have some warmer air back to our west. Here locally, we'll probably be a little bit more seasonable, but to our west, we do have some warming weather on the way. And unfortunately, not much in the way of rain here over the next 7 days. We're going to give it a big old 0% chance all the way through next Wednesday. And this trend may continue all the way through the middle and latter part of the month as, the Climate Prediction Center is saying, hey, listen, I think we're going to trend below average when it comes to precipitation. Here's your 7-day forecast. Knoxville's going to be in the mid-70s today, tomorrow, and Saturday, pushing close to 80 degrees on Sunday. And then we're going to take a good, solid 20-degree temperature drop in a couple of days from Sunday into Tuesday. And even folks joining us from Crossville and Tri-Cities, even colder weather. We're talking temperatures dropping down into the upper 50s with lows in the 30s. So likely to have some frost advisories issued by the National Weather Service by, I'd say, probably next Wednesday. Of course, you can get all those notifications from the National Weather Service and push alerts from yours truly when weather is moving on in. Check in on the East Tennessee Weather app. It's a free app download. Just search eastTNweather, all one word, and download it today. We sure hope you have a great day. Thanks for checking in. Your next weather update's coming up today at noon.